Have you noticed how hard it's getting to find a place to live or a decent job in Canada lately? The sudden influx of immigrants is creating challenges that many didn't see coming, and it's affecting everyone. In recent years, Canada has seen a significant surge in immigration, with a large number of Indians making the country their new home. While diversity and multiculturalism are cornerstones of Canadian society, concern is growing about the impact this influx is having on the country's housing and job markets. Many are wondering if Canada is struggling to accommodate this rapid change, and whether the benefits of immigration are being outweighed by the costs. It's essential to take a closer look at the data and the stories behind the numbers to understand what's really going on. As we dive into this complex issue, it's crucial to separate fact from fiction and emotion from evidence. Are Indian immigrants truly contributing to Canada's housing and job crises, or are they being unfairly scapegoated? Canada has always been a nation of immigrants, and immigration has played a vital role in shaping the country's economy, culture, and identity. However, the sheer scale and speed of recent immigration, particularly from India, is unprecedented. In the last few years, Indian immigrants have made up a significant proportion of new arrivals, and this trend shows no signs of slowing down. While immigration can bring many benefits, such as filling labor gaps and injecting new skills into the economy, the fact remains that many Indian immigrants are not contributing to the economy in the way that policymakers had hoped. Many are low-skilled workers who often end up taking jobs that would otherwise go to Canadian-born citizens. Furthermore, the strain on Canada's social dynamics and healthcare system is becoming increasingly apparent. The influx of new arrivals is putting pressure on already overstretched public services, leading to longer wait times, overcrowding, and a decrease in the quality of care. It's a situation that's both unsustainable and unacceptable. As we examine the data, it becomes clear that the flow of Indian immigrants is having a profound impact on the housing market. Demand for housing is skyrocketing, pushing prices up and making it increasingly difficult for Canadians to find affordable homes. This isn't just a problem in major cities like Toronto and Vancouver, it's a nationwide issue that's affecting communities from coast to coast. Meanwhile, the job market is also feeling the strain. Many Indian immigrants are entering the workforce, but they're often taking jobs that would otherwise go to Canadian-born workers. This is particularly true in the tech sector, where Indian immigrants are being recruited in large numbers to fill high-skilled jobs. The statistics are startling. According to recent data, Indian immigrants make up over 25% of new arrivals in Canada, yet they account for less than 1% of the country's GDP. This is a staggering imbalance that cannot be ignored. One of the most significant challenges facing Canada is the sheer scale of immigration. With over 300,000 new arrivals each year, the country is struggling to provide adequate housing, education, and healthcare services. The infrastructure simply isn't in place to support this level of growth, leading to unprecedented pressure on public services. Personal stories illustrate the human impact of this crisis. Take the case of a young Canadian couple who have been searching for a home for months, only to find themselves priced out of the market by foreign buyers. Or the entrepreneur who is struggling to find skilled workers because they're being lured away by companies that recruit Indian immigrants. But it's not just about numbers and statistics, it's about people's lives. The lack of affordable housing is forcing families to live in cramped and unsafe conditions, while the scarcity of jobs is leaving young people feeling disillusioned and disheartened. News clips and expert opinions highlight the complexity of the issue. From concerns about integration and cultural assimilation to worries about the impact on social cohesion, it's clear that this is a multifaceted problem that requires a nuanced approach. However, not everyone agrees that Indian immigration is the root cause of Canada's housing and job crises. Some argue that immigration is essential for economic growth and that without it, the country would stagnate. They point to the fact that immigrants start businesses, create jobs, and bring new ideas and perspectives to the table. Others argue that the real problem lies not with immigration itself, but with the lack of effective integration policies. They claim that if newcomers were given better support and resources, they would be able to integrate more seamlessly into Canadian society. While these counter-arguments have some merit, they overlook the fundamental issue. The sheer scale and speed of Indian immigration is outpacing Canada's ability to absorb it. The country needs to find a way to balance its desire for diversity and growth with the need to protect its citizens' quality of life. In conclusion, the impact of Indian immigrants on Canada's housing and job crises is a complex issue that cannot be ignored. While immigration has many benefits, it's essential to acknowledge the challenges it poses and to take action to address them. Ultimately, this is a call to action. Canada needs to rethink its immigration policies and find a way to balance the needs of its citizens with the demands of its economy. It won't be easy, but it's essential for the country's future. So what do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Indian immigration is contributing to Canada's housing and job crises, or do you think it's being unfairly scapegoated? Let's start a conversation. If you want to learn more about immigration and economic trends, be sure to check out our next video, where we'll be exploring the impact of immigration on the Canadian economy. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.